House has voted to condemn President Trump's racist tweets that targeted a group of freshman Democratic congresswomen.
The resolution was passed largely across party lines, and it came as the president lashed out again at the same congresswomen. KCAL 9's Crystal Cruz joins us now with the late details. Crystal?
The president just tweeted an hour ago how great it was to see the Republican Party unified on today's vote. 4 Republicans, however, did vote with Democrats condemning Trump's tweets.
The yeas are 240, the nays are 187. The resolution is adopted.
The House voted Tuesday to condemn what some call racist comments made by President Donald Trump when he tweeted in part that 4 freshman female congresswomen were un-American and should go back and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came.
It's my opinion they hate our country, and that's not good. It's not acceptable.
The 4 congresswomen of color who've been called the Squad sat down with CBS This Morning anchor Gayle King.
What did you think when you heard the tweet?
I'm dealing with the biggest bully I've ever had to deal with in my lifetime, and trying to push back on that and trying to do the job that we all have been sent here to do, which is centered around the people at home. This is a distraction.
Do you feel enough Republicans have spoken up against the president?
Absolutely not.
What message does that send?
The normalization of it. The fact that it's against our core American values, that they're choosing him over country.
On Tuesday, 4 Republicans voted with Democrats to condemn the president's comments. Comments Trump denied as racist, tweeting he doesn't have a racist bone in his body. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell agreed.
The president's not a racist. And I think the tone of all of this is not good for the country.
Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi.
Every single member of this institution, Democratic and Republican, should join us in condemning the president's racist tweets.
Democratic Congressman Ted Lieu from California shared a personal story.
I've had people tell me to go back to China or Japan or North Korea. And like many immigrants, when I get that go back insult, it is hurtful.
Counselor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, raised eyebrows today when she asked a reporter this question.
What's your ethnicity?
He said go home. Why is that relevant?
No, because I'm asking a question. My ancestors are from Ireland and Italy.
My own ethnicity is not relevant to the question I'm asking.
No, it is, because you're asking about, he said originally. He said originally from.
Conway later tweeted she meant no disrespect, but it's what could happen next that has some talking. Shortly after the vote on the resolution, Democratic Representative Al Green of Texas introduced an impeachment resolution on the floor.
Donald John Trump, by causing such harm to the society of the United States, is unfit to be president and warrants impeachment, trial, and removal from office.
The congressional chamber has to act on the resolution in 2 legislative days. Even if the Democratic-controlled House passed the resolution against the president, it would fall to the Senate to actually vote on impeachment, and the Senate is controlled by Republicans. Sharon, back to you.
All right, Crystal, thank you.